um, dude, I love my aunt so much. Like, we just had like a moment, you know, like a moment. It was good. It was nice. Because after my last video, like, I needed to call my aunt and my uncle, and I called my uncle, and he was kind of like, told me that, um, like, my grandmother can't have that much control because, she doesn't have enough money to do anything, and she doesn't even have she doesn't even have enough money to move from Wyoming to here to like be in person to plan the funeral. So like she can't do anything. So like we're okay, which like really like settled my nerves, and I was like okay. And then after that, my aunt called, um, and I talked to her for a while, and like she was like furious about my grandmother calling me, and I was like, yeah, I'm pissed off too, but like, you know, we just had to ignore her because she's like sick and she's irrational, and like what she wants is attention because she never, because I think the type of person my grandmother is she's kind of like, her children hate her, but she wants like validation as a parent. So like any attention from them, even negative attention, like gives her that validation and like feeds her like insanity of like I was a good parent because they pay attention to me now. So like I think if we show any kind of like attention towards her or anything, even if it's like negative or anger or hate, like she's still gonna like in her sick mind she's gonna twist it in a positive light, and so we just can't give her any attention. We can't give her anything because she's just gonna twist it and make it sick. So we just have to ignore her and like wait it out. But my aunt did tell me even further good news about her lack of control because she has no financial power or control over anything, and she doesn't have like physical like control either because she doesn't like she's not here in California. She doesn't have any control that way either. So she has two things going against her, and then she also has my aunt talked to like the coroner, I think, and or the medical examiner, I think, and she told him that like her mother is not sane and like she's being irrational, and like my mom would never want anything to do with her mom handling anything at all, and she would prefer her sister and my aunt to do it. And so he said, yeah, we deal with that kind of stuff a lot, and he said we'll give her a time limit, 7 days, and if she doesn't do anything like to plan out like a funeral or anything like that, or pay for anything for my mom's like funeral or anything like that in 7 days, then her time's up and all of the rights go to my aunt. So, and because my grandmother has no like financial power, like she can't do anything. At least I hope she can't do anything. Like who knows, she might like grab a loan or something, or like just do something insane. But hopefully she can't do anything within 7 days. And then once those 7 days are up, the rights are going to go to my aunt. But if worse comes to worse and she buries or cremates my mom and like keeps her ashes, like we can go like to law with her and like go to court and like fight for my mom. So, you know, there's that too. But I really hope it doesn't come to that, but like if we have to, we will, cuz like there's no way that we're ever giving her anything of my mom. Nothing. Like she doesn't deserve anything. Like so yeah. But that's handled. Thankfully. Well, I mean, as much as it can be handled, you know. And then like I just talked more with my aunt, and like we just like I don't know, like we were just kind of like there for each other and like talking to each other, and yeah. And then I got to talk to my cousin too, her daughter, who's like 5 or 6 now, and she's like adorable, and she talked to me and she's like, oh my god, I'm like having a party right now and it's the best. And I was all like, oh my god, like I was talking to her and she was all talking about how she's excited to meet me and la 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 la, and I was just like, oh my god, I love her so much, she's so cute. Like it just made my day, just how adorable she is. Like oh my gosh, I freaking love her. Like oh my gosh, I'm like looking forward to like meeting them and seeing them. So yeah, I'm really excited to meet her. I mean, I'm kind of sad because my mom never got to meet her and she really wanted to meet her too, but I mean, we can't change that. But I can tell her stories about her aunt. Like, I can tell her stories about my mom and, like, let her know her mom through me and let her know her mom through my aunt too. So, like, she can get to know her aunt that way, you know? She doesn't, like, have to be completely, like, ignorant or, like, not know, you know? Because my mom was an amazing person who tried her best in everything that she did, you know? She was never the best parent, but she always tried to be in her own way. So I can always appreciate that and love that about her. And yeah, so yeah, I'm just glad that I don't have to have that like stress on me anymore, because like that really freaked me out. Like I was terrified, but now I like have it like in control. Like I know like now like what like is okay, you know. My uncle actually talked about how like I take too much responsibility and I'm like trying to do what an adult would do, and I should only be worrying about grieving and like worrying about my school and whatever. But like honestly, like yes, those things are important, but I think for me to get closure with grieving, like I have to do this. Like I have to know what's happening, and like I have to have some sort of control and like understand that like the people of my mom's past that like hurt her like are not going to come back into it now that she's dead. Like there's no way I'm ever letting that happen. And I won't leave all of the control or all of the responsibility on my aunt, because that's not fair either. And so I want to do this. Like, you know, like I know it's not my responsibility. I know I'm a minor, but like I need this, you know, like for closure and like for like peace of mind. Like I need to do this. So I appreciate his concern, but it's really not warranted because I'm going to do it anyways. So but yeah, I just like really I'm happy. Well, I mean, not happy, but like satisfied, I guess you could say, with how things are going, because like I know that in the end it'll work out. No matter how hard it's going to be, it's going to work out. So I just have to have faith that things will work out in the end, and believe in my family and believe in myself and keep trying, you know, because there's nothing else that I can do but try. And so yep. Sorry for like being a little bit cheesy, but like that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah. My uncle's kind of upset though, because about my grandma, because my grandma is I never really told him about it, but like she has Alzheimer's, and well, I think he strongly thinks that she has Alzheimer's because she like is very irrational and like used to be kind of violent, which is nothing like how she is. But like apparently according to him, like that's not her, it's her sickness, and she apparently has Alzheimer's, which is not good. And he said that he's like worried about her and he's gonna like try and take care of her, but she's very adamant about wanting to stay independent and like not needing anybody. So she's probably not gonna accept a lot of his help. But the fortunate thing is that he and I will probably get paid for living with her, because I told him about what my therapist told me a while back about how you can go to the government and like be paid as like a caretaker if you live with someone and you take care of them, especially if they have like mental illness or they're like older, like my grandma. Like you can get paid for that. So we're probably going to be like paid as like government caretakers, which is going to be nice, you know, because he needs income as well. And but he doesn't have time for a job. Well, he does, but like he really wants to stay here with us and support us more than do a job. And my dad's not gonna do anything, so he's gonna yeah. Unfortunately, I see a lot of like similarities between my mom's mother and my dad, which is kind of like really terrifying because like he's not as sick as my grandmother, but like there are some very creepy similarities between them, which is like disturbing because I know the things that my grandmother did and they were like truly disgusting and sick. And the fact that my dad is kind of like in any way similar to her is kind of like freaky. Because like they're both like so far deep into their denial and like lying to themselves so much that they think they're like good parents and they think that they're like good people, but they're really not, and they're both really sick, but they don't see it. And that's where their similarity lies. I mean, what they do with their sickness is different, but like they have that like core denial thing in common, which is freaky. Like, because it just shows like how like bad it gets, you know, like, and like how irreversible it can be, and like how this like core denial is like going to like tear a person apart and like tear their family apart and tear everything in their life apart if they don't fix it. And I really don't think he will fix it. I mean, he might, but I don't think so, which is kind of sad. But yeah, because he's texted me a little bit and been like, hey, like, I want to communicate kind of deal. And I was kind of like, that's great, but not right now. Like, I can't handle him right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to work on our relationship together, and it's great that he's trying, or I think he's trying. I really don't know, because I don't trust him. Like, you know, like every single thing that he's ever done for me, or anytime he's tried to reach out for me or like seem a little bit like a father, it's been for his own benefit. And I'm worried that he's only reaching out to me because he wants his daughter back. Like, he wants like the happy, like oblivious, like happy-go-lucky, like yes sir daughter again. Which, if we start a real relationship, or if we start connecting, like, I'm not going to be that girl. Like, I was that girl for his sake, but I'm not going to be anything for his sake anymore. Like, I'm doing things for me, and I'm doing things for the people that I genuinely love and trust, and I'm not going to sacrifice anything that I don't need to sacrifice. And being myself is not something that I'm willing to sacrifice for him or anyone. So I'm worried that that's the reason that he's trying to reach out to me, and not because he genuinely cares and wants to grieve together or wants to genuinely create a real relationship. I'm worried that he just wants his daughter back, and he doesn't want me, which I obviously don't want. So I'm like hesitant to reach out, and I honestly like don't have the time or the mental capacity right now or energy to deal with him right now. Like, I just don't. So I'm gonna have to like wait on that because I can't deal with him right now. Like, I have too much going on. And if he forces it, then I'm just gonna have to like blatantly say, like, you need to be patient for once in your life and not be selfish, and wait for me to deal with my grief, and wait for me to deal with my mom and my other family and their issues before I can deal with ours, because you are like, just, you need to like work on yourself. And if you don't even realize that, or you just want my like support or like my love because you want somebody to love you and you want a companion or you want a daughter, like, that's not gonna work. Like, I'm not going to go back into a relationship with you if that's all you're going to get out of it. like, that's not going to happen. So, yeah. And unfortunately, I do think that that's the main reason why he's trying to communicate with me. Maybe deep down he does want a real relationship, or maybe deep down he does want to get out of his denial, but it's so far buried that, like, I can't even tell, you know, like, I can't even tell what's genuine and what's false. And, like, I don't honestly, like, want to sometimes, because it's really hard. But if he is making this step, and it's like a genuine step in my direction, and he's trying to reach out a genuine, real olive branch, and trying to build a real relationship between us, then yes, I will make time for him. But as of right now, with all of the inconsistencies and the, like, doubts and the, like, I don't know what's happening or what's the future going to be, that I can't afford to, like, risk my sanity even more so than it's already been stretched for him. So we're just gonna have to wait. And I guess the waiting is kind of also a test of his integrity and honesty as well, because, like, if he doesn't wait, then that's proof that he's selfish still, and he's not actually giving me a real chance and giving us a real chance. He's just wanting me to have me, like, as a daughter, not as, like, a true person. So, yeah. So I guess, like, this is for me to, like, protect me, but also, like, as a test for him, just to technically, like, see if he truly is trying to change, or if he's just faking it because he knows that's what I want, and he knows how to manipulate people, and he knows how to be charismatic, and he knows how to buy people. And because he can't buy me with materialistic things or favors, he's gonna try and buy me with what I want, which is a true relationship. But you can't fake a true relationship, and that's gonna be proven if he's actually trying because he just wants, like, me as a daughter, not as a person. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. But, like, yeah, I don't know about him, and I honestly, like, don't have the time or the, like, strength to do it anymore. Like, I can't, like, handle them right now, so I'm just gonna wait it out and see what happens, because that's all I can do right now. But God, this is stressful. This is really stressful. Like, I'm, like, barely clinging on, man. Like, barely. Like, I feel like I'm, like, this close to, like, I'm, like, I need to stay sane, though, for my family. And, like, I need to stay sane for myself if I want a future. So, I need to keep doing this, and I need to keep on. But, like, it's hard. It's so hard. But I'm trying, so. I keep making that weird noise. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's it. That's the second video of today, because I just needed to get it out, you know? Yeah, anyways, bye.